Hi everyone, I'm going to take you through the patient record workflow. Okay, straight away we shall look at our feature file. In our feature file we have different scenarios. We are running 9 tests. So the first scenario we are looking at finding a patient by name. So if a right name is provided, we successfully find the patient, and if the wrong name is provided, we cannot find the patient. Then the second scenario is looking at finding the patient record. The next one, we are going to register an identified patient. The following one, we shall find the keyboard of an identified patient. Then we shall look at registering a duplicate patient. Basically, we shall register 2 similar patients. Then we shall look at naming a patient assented letter. So the patient name will contain a letter that is assented. Then we shall merge patients, and lastly, we shall look at using the back button in merge patient. We have the step definition file, which is right here. We have the hooks. This hook is defined in the run test file, which is right here. We have the patient hook, and the full one that is we are calling in the steps definition file is the one on line 60, Selenium patient. Then in the package.json, I defined a script that is going to help us to run the test, and this is the script, the ref up to patient. Then in the test properties file, where I'm spinning from the QA server, and I've set the headless to false because I want to see the browser simulations. Without wasting much time, I'm going to run the tests, and then we see how it flows. So initially, the test will log in and then be able to proceed. Okay, the first test, we are going to find a patient by name, and where we shall provide a right name and a wrong name. Okay, so we are finding a patient. We have provided a right name. Okay, so we have found the patient. So the next one is providing a wrong name. So we are finding a patient record, but this time providing a wrong name. So this time no matching records found. So we shall proceed to finding the patient record. We want to find the patient record. So that's it. Next, we shall look at registering an identified patient. Okay, we are registering. So an identified patient. So we are going to now find an identified patient record. So definitely we have to first register that unidentified patient, then be able to find their record. So we basically want to find their keyboard. Okay, we shall register that unidentified patient and then be able to display their keyboard. So right there, their keyboard has unknown because they do not have a first name or last name. Next, we are going to duplicate a patient register. So the test is looking into duplicating a patient register. Basically, we shall register 2 patients with similar details. That is the first registration. You realize there are many because I've run this test many times. But if it was the first time, or if I deleted those patients, then you would not see the initial patient. So this is the second registration. Okay, so it displays that the information that there is already an existing patient that is similar to this one. Okay, so we shall go to naming a patient an assented letter. So we are going to register patient, and in their names we shall have assented letters. So in this particular test, the assented letters on Joella, it is L, then Kate, it is the E that you shall see. Okay, you realize those are the ones. L is an assented letter and E is an assented letter. So that is done. We are going to merge patient record. We are going to merge the patients. So in merging the patients, we shall register 2 patients and then be able to merge their record. So the system basically creates the 2 patients. We are not going to go through the process of registering, but it creates the 2 patients, and then we shall be able to merge the data for those 2 patients. Okay, so you got data management, merge patient electronic records, and we shall provide the patient IDs whose records that we need to merge. Okay, so the test selects the record that you want to maintain, and then you merge the rest. Okay, that is done. So we are looking at another scenario, which is the very last scenario, and that scenario is going to look at using the back button in the patient merge when we are merging the patient record. Okay, still the system creates the two patients initially. Then we shall be able to go to the data management. Yeah. So merge patient electronic records. We provide the patient IDs, then press continue. Then you realize you press on the no button, which is the back button. So if the test presses on the no button, it means you don't want to proceed with merging patient record. And we've seen that when you press that, you get back to this level of asking you to continue. So basically, the workflow has 9 tests that have run successfully. So thank you. That is the workflow.